Hi everybody, I'm Dee.
And I'm Jay,
and
we are ParoDeeJay. We are here with our wrap-up video for Occidental Xcaret. Now,
information.
We got a lot to say, because this is a different kind of a vacation for us. First time doing an all-inclusive. Pretty much first long vacation that was not a cruise.
International flight.
Whoa. A lot of people been asking a lot of questions.
Yeah.
So y'all, buckle up, hunker down, get ready. It might be a long one. Now, I'm going to try to put some timestamps down in the description. So if you're looking for information on a particular topic, you might be able to go do whatever, but just hang out with us and we're going to answer a whole heck of a lot of questions.
Smart.
Now, I've got my phone with notes of a lot of stuff to talk about, so are you ready? All right. So first, this was an all-inclusive resort, which includes all your food and all your drink and all your stuff like that. Alcohol, not alcohol. There's a few exceptions, and we'll get to those as we come to them.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's start off with something that might be a little confusing, the different experience levels that they have at Occidental Xcaret. So you've got, I don't really know what to call it. I call it the standard experience level.
Yeah, that's what I would call it. Or, yeah. Which
is your base level. It can be had for usually about, $200 a night off season, ranging to, I don't really know what in season, because we don't tend to travel in season. And the way that you see the pricing on the website is not per person. It is total.
Yeah, that's really cool, actually.
Because we were looking at other all-inclusives, like we were peeking at one in Nassau and some other stuff, and we saw the pricing and thought, oh, cool.
That's great.
It turned out it was per person. This is total, so $200 per night, like, for everything you want to do.
Yeah.
But that's your basic level. And then they've got what they call the Royal level, which is kind of their, resort within a resort?
Resort
concept?
within a resort, yeah.
The pricing on that, normally they advertise it as anywhere between $75 to $125 per person per day to upgrade. I've seen it as low as $60 on their website. And when we did it, it was $60. We'll get into that later. But there's a few extra things that go along with Royal level. We'll talk about those as we go. First Club is the next one, and that is code for
timeshare.
It's their vacation ownership.
Ownership. Yeah, not time. Well, it is timeshare, but
yeah. So you can't really book directly into First Club. You can buy vacation ownership.
Probably rent from someone.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
Anyway, but like I said, they've got some facilities. We're going to talk more about the facilities here later. And then they have the Grand level, which is kind of a weird little hybrid. It's like Royal timeshare.
Yeah.
So I guess when you're in the First Club, you could choose to either be like standard timeshare or like Royal timeshare.
Yeah, I'm sure you pay a lot more for that.
Yeah, probably. And your wristband works as your room key at this place, and you get a cool little, not like I still have it on my arm, but cool little different color wristbands depending on what level you are.
It's great. Super lightweight, waterproof. You didn't have to worry about it. I loved having that.
I know. So let's jump into food options. That's, all-inclusive. The first thing I think of is food.
Yeah.
So breakfast and lunch, and we're talking about standard level now. So the base level, your breakfast and lunch, your choice is going to be pretty much a buffet.
Yeah.
I had that when we were there. There's two buffets, right?
Well, there's normally two buffets. Yeah.
Right. Some of this is going to be 2020 specific information.
True.
Right now, only one of them is open at a time, it seems, because they're doing capacity caps.
Right.
Whatever you call it. But I know there's one at the beach and there's one up front. We got to eat in both because there was a storm.
Thanks, storms.
But they are typically open from 7 to 11:30 for breakfast, and then they close. Then they reopen from 12:30 to 5 for lunch.
Yep.
Lunch, another option for that is the El Lago Snack Bar.
True.
Which is up above one of the main pool areas.
It's above the pool bar.
Yeah. The pools didn't really have names. I just called them like random things.
It's the one with the waterfall bar. It's above that.
Yeah.
You can't miss it.
That's usually open from 11:30 to 6 for lunch. Dinner, you do have your choice of 5 a la carte restaurants.
Yeah.
Holy moly. Right now in 2020, they have a different one that's closed each night, and they'll rotate, which one's closed. But anyway.
And normally the dinner buffet would be open as well.
Oh.
But it's not currently. But that would be an option normally.
See, I didn't even know that. I didn't even research that. So you normally have a buffet option for dinner, but we did not have
if you don't want to dress up,
that makes sense.
You can go to the buffet,
but
not currently.
Because the a la carte, you do have to wear long pants, with the exception of like one of them, I think.
Yeah.
So your a la cartes are Hacienda, which is what?
Mexican food, yummy.
Did you like that?
Yes. It had the strongest drinks too.
Well, that is true. Sonora, which is sort of their American steakhouse concept.
It was good.
Los Olivos, which is Italian food. Always good. Oriental, which, as it sounds, Asian food and sushi.
Yeah.
And Pescador, which is their seafood concept.
Yeah.
You can eat at one restaurant the whole time you're there. You can eat at all the different restaurants. Let's just say you don't like seafood. Well, you don't have to go eat at the seafood restaurant. You can eat at the Mexican place your whole stay if you wanted to.
When we were there, you did not need reservations because it was limited capacity. However, I have a feeling if they were full, you probably do need reservations because they are not big facilities.
Yeah, people have asked that, and we did not have to get reservations.
I bet you would, though.
True. All of the a la cartes are open from 6 to 10, except Pescador is 7 to 10, at least when we were there.
Yeah.
And what, the dress code, Pescador was the only one that you could wear shorts, right? Because it was, oh yeah, women didn't have a dress code, which was weird.
They did, I'm sure. It was just not written anywhere.
But the other ones are, you know, because Pescador is like open air. The other ones are more inside, so they're a little bit more, you know, fancy.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. Right now, they don't have any paper menus because of 2020. Everything's done with a QR code. You use your smart device. Actually, when you check in, they give you a QR code that has, like, you know, the rules and the activities and menus and everything that you need to know.
Pretty cool.
It is. And that also means that right now in 2020, you get free Wi-Fi.
Yes, because that's not normally a thing.
Yeah, I don't know how much the Wi-Fi is because we didn't have to pay for it.
I've heard it's $17 a day per person, but you're supposed to get an hour for free in the lobby in non-COVID times, and in Royal it's included.
Oh, hey now.
So there's a perk for Royal.
Okay, but we got free Wi-Fi because
I don't know.
2020.
I'm sure that'll be keep ongoing for a while.
Yeah, true. Another dinner option, you do have the 2 snack restaurants, which of course is Paco's Tacos and La Piazza.
Both very good.
They really were.
Paco's Tacos for the win.
I could go there every day, every day. And right now, at least, they're on kind of an alternating schedule where one of them is open from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. every day. The other one is open from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. every day. And so basically, you can get food like all night long, but they flop back and forth. Like, you know, maybe Monday, Paco's Tacos is the one that's open late. And then Tuesday, it would flip around and the pizzeria would be the one that's open late. And they just go back and forth.
And they also have room service in standard. It is for a fee. I believe it's $5, something like that, and they limit to you to how much you can get. And then of course, you know, tip would be a nice thing to give as a gesture. We didn't try room service in the deluxe room or standard room.
In the basic, yeah.
It's a different menu from the royal room service though. I do know that.
Okay. I had room service coming up later.
Sorry.
But that's fine. And then the only thing I noticed about jumping back to Paco's Tacos and Pizzeria is that on Sundays, the late night options only open till 2. So they don't have a 2 a.m. So if you're hungry on a Sunday from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m.
room service.
Too bad. Room service time. You've got the Royal Club restaurant on site, which of course is just for the royal folks. And that does serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yes.
So that's really, I guess that's really your only way to get a seated breakfast or lunch is to do Royal. And they were open from 7 to 11 for breakfast, 12 to 5 for lunch, and 6 to 10 for dinner. And like you said, room service, you know, all the time.
Included.
They also had a poolside menu at Royal. I don't believe you could order any food poolside. You got to walk your happy little butt up to the El Lago.
Yeah, they don't bring you food on the others.
But Royal did have a nice little poolside delivery menu, as well as the 24-hour room service, which, as you said, is paid for standard and free for Royal.
Correct.
They do have snacks and a mini bar in every room,
yep,
whether you're standard or Royal.
True.
And they refill it.
If standard, it's every other day for drinks. They never replace the snacks that we could tell though. And then in Royal, it's supposed to be every day, I guess, depending on how heavy your usage is of the mini bar. And they didn't replace the snacks either. So I don't know if that's standard or...
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly.
I'm fine not having peanuts and chips. It's cool.
That's true. I mean, it was a good option, especially like during a storm when, you know, we could go eat or something. And like I said, all the food that we've talked about so far is included and free, other than, you know, room service in standard you would pay for. Now, the a la carte restaurants did offer a lobster option, and there was like a different type of flavored lobster option at each one. I noticed it was 550 pesos, which is about 27 bucks in, you know, current exchange rates. No, for some reason I looked. Yeah, it said 550 pesos on the menu. Now, maybe if the exchange rate changes, it could be 40 bucks.
Well, I don't. That's expensive. Maybe I was thinking for 2 people had it, and they said it was $40.
That could make sense.
They said it was really good and it's big. I've seen it.
Yeah, we saw a guy get it.
You know, hey.
That's true. And you do pay for that like with a credit card on the spot. They don't have any way to charge things to your room or charge things to an account that we saw. Like your wristband, you can't just be like, beep, and, you know, bling it. Like when you're thinking in cruises, you just charge stuff.
Right.
Well, here, bring your credit card.
Yeah.
That's all I had as notes for food.
Yeah.
Any other words on food before we move on to the next category?
It was good.
Yeah, what was your favorite of the a la cartes, do you think?
Pescador.
Yeah, I'll go for that.
Oriental was also very close second because I really like sushi, and it was
good. It really was.
Those are by far my favorite.
Okay. This is the shirt I wore to Pescador. Remember that? This is also the shirt I wore during the lockdown. Anyway, let's move on to another section which people are probably excited about, which is bars.
Oh, yeah.
You got to know about bars.
There's a lot.
So as far as I know, let's start up at the front. You've got the lobby bar. Lobby bar makes good drinks.
Lobby bar, we found, made the strongest drinks.
Yeah.
I think. By far.
Yeah, but you can sit in like the little covered lobby area and order drinks, or you can go down. There's like the open air seating.
Tables, yeah.
Down by the bridge. There's also the coffee shop, which is a pay option right there in the lobby. We did not use it. No. And you said they only take pesos.
I've heard they only take pesos or credit cards. So don't try and be taking your American money.
That's true, because we asked her if she could take a card, and she said yes, but they just don't take dollars,
no,
I guess.
I don't know. I guess maybe it's like... you know,
like a locally owned.
Local, yeah.
Because all of the shops in the lobby were kind of like vendors.
Yeah,
okay.
that makes sense.
You do have a pub, which is over between the tacos and the pizza, which I guess you could just walk up to and get a drink. It's where they get your drinks from the restaurants. There was a sports bar, which we didn't see open.
It was closed.
Okay.
Yeah, that's closed right now.
The swim up waterfall bar, moving over to the main pool area where, you know, it's easy to get your drinks watered down because you got to swim through a waterfall.
Or sit there and consume it.
That was an interesting concept.
I thought it was fun, but I could see how it could be like annoying.
You've got the First Club Pool Bar, which of course is for the First Club guests only. So,
or Royal.
Or Royal. That's right. Royal gets to use
everything.
Ooh. We got the Beach Bar for everybody, which is, you know, down at the beach lagoon. And then above that, you got the Arena Bar, which is for Royal and Grand. Yeah, so Royal, Grand, and First Club can use the Arena Bar. So 2 bars right there. Double-decker bars. You gotta love it. And then I put the Royal Level Restaurant Bar, which of course is for Royal Level Restaurant people only. So that's all the bars that I could remember off the top of my head.
And at all a la carte restaurants and the snack places, you can order drinks the whole time. Like, they're never going to tell you cannot have an alcoholic beverage.
True. I don't think
unless there's a storm.
True. I don't think there's anywhere that you can be on the property. Unless maybe you're in like a bathroom or something and be like, can I get a beer in the bathroom?
Even room service in Royal, we were able to order drinks. Now, I don't know in non-Royal if they would bring you drinks.
I don't know about that.
I don't think they would.
Okay. Even if you're paying your $5 fee or whatever it is.
That might not be a thing.
So we can't confirm that one.
But no, sorry.
Anyway, but that's all my notes on bars. So you know where to go. Basically, you don't really have to go find a bar. You just find a staff person and say, can I have a drink?
There's also a disco, which we imagine would have a bar in it as well, but that was also closed.
Okay, so probably a bar in there too. Let's jump ahead to one of your favorite things, water features.
Yes,
because you know
there were so many.
I know. The biggest and baddest one, of course, is the beach lagoon, which is a man-made lagoon. My mouth
with fish.
I know. There was a net at the end, but as you noted, it didn't touch the bottom.
I could have swam under it probably.
Well, it keeps, maybe it deters
but it's okay,
some things
because my friends come in, so hey.
Yeah, blueberry and all of that. You got the adults only pool over in that same zone, which is saltwater, ocean water.
So cool.
Yeah, with those weird little, people said that there were palm trees in those planters at one point, and they died, I guess, because of the salt water, and they decided not to replant them.
It's still a really cool focal feature.
And then just over there to the side of that is the snorkeling area proper, which is kind of rocky.
Make sure you wear water shoes or have flippers on or something if you decide to do that.
That's true. We did not go out there. We were thinking about doing it maybe at the end of the trip, and then storms came. So we did not do that. Jumping over now to one of the other, the main area where you would stay in standard, you have the main pool, which is where the swim up waterfall bar is. That's it's 3 pools.
3 pools, but they don't connect.
I know. I thought you could swim under the bridges. And they do have the little whirlpools at one end. It's over kind of like toward, I think, building 2021, that end of the pool. It has like whirlpools in there, which we didn't discover till we were leaving the area.
It's a lot of area to swim, though.
It really is. It's huge, and that's where they do activities and stuff, too. Yeah. You have the First Club pool, which is for use of First Club, Royal Club, Grand Club. And
also
that has the cute little whirlpools at one end, too.
They're not warm. They're the pool temperature. Yeah. So don't think it's like a hot tub. It's not.
No,
it's just
pool
fun.
water. Pool water that bubbles.
Bubbly pool water.
You have the Royal Pool and Whirlpool, which is for use of Royal and Grand only.
It's the smallest of all the options.
Yeah.
But Royal only has, what, 40?
True. It's the most exclusive area.
42
It's only 42 rooms.
42,
okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. The arena area did have the jacuzzis up there, but they were sometimes closed or empty, as we saw. And that could have been storm related.
We didn't try them.
The jacuzzis. I didn't notice if there were like kiddie pools. There's a kid area that we didn't see.
There is a kid pool by the kid area, which we never saw because it's like behind the fence by the deer over there. But I did definitely see it, so I know they do have that. And like none of the pools are super deep.
No, they're like 4 feet deep.
So any of them can be used by kids.
Exactly.
Except for the adult pool.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't go in the adult pool, kids.
That's right.
So let's jump to entertainment and miscellaneous facilities. This is like stuff I didn't know where else to put it. So I just wanted to point out that they do have the open air theater, which is where they were kind of running a disco concept when we were there. Now, what normally goes on at the theater?
The show. They normally have a show,
Okay.
I think every night with dancers and singers, things like that. That's not happening right now.
Man.
Because it's too many people sitting together.
It's true,
'cause,
okay.
You know, they put seats in there. That would normally be in that location, I believe.
All right, but it was kind of like the nightclub, because the disco, my next one was the nightclub in the disco, which was closed.
Right.
So
We didn't even see it.
I don't know.
It's somewhere in the main lobby area.
Okay, but they moved that to the open air thing just so people could use it. The gym and the spa, obviously, which was by appointment. We think.
Currently, it is by appointment, yes.
Okay, but I mean, normally you could just like walk up in there.
It's big. It looks
Not
big.
in 2020. The game room, which we did do a little tour of. They had like
Cute.
Xbox stations and cute little stuff. There's mini golf
Yeah.
over by the Royal area.
And anyone can use that.
Coatis can use that.
I have no idea where you get the equipment for it, though.
Yeah, we didn't actually find that out. We should have asked
There is
the
an
Coatis.
activity center. I bet it's there.
That can make sense. Speaking of, there are daily activities like the stretching and water aerobics and bingo and the like trivia.
Fun games.
Yeah.
They have giant Jenga. They have ping pong tables, chess. There's all sorts, like just sprinkled throughout the property.
Chess.
It's over by the pool, the big 3 pools that are together.
Yeah, true. You got the archaeological ruins if you want to feel
Yeah.
like you're, in Tulum or Koba or exploring something in the jungles. That
Really
was
cool.
cool to see. There are animals around the property,
That's
like
the best.
flamingos and deer. They have those kind of in pens. Are those the only things in pens?
Yes.
But you know what else? You got monkeys.
Monkeys.
Quatamundis.
Iguanas.
Agoutis. Those things.
Agoutis.
Yeah.
They look like giant bigger guinea pigs.
Yeah, so lots of animals to see.
Birds.
The golf cart transportation, just to point out again, there's multiple stops around the property.
That's really nice.
They call it the Parada del Tren, the train stops. So, and they'll just take you, you tip your driver and all that stuff, but they just take you wherever you want to go.
I have no idea what their actual hours are, though.
I know.
We tried to find that out, but we don't know.
We're still learning some stuff. We'll tell you everything
Sorry, I'm
we
sure
know.
the front desk would know.
That's true, but we're still learning some stuff.
Yeah.
It's just we just have to go back so we can learn some more.
Oh, there we go. That's fine.
They have the Mayan show in the lobby, which is the one where they come in on the canoes.
That's really neat.
That was cool. And the shopping village off the lobby, which we did walk around in the rain, nonetheless. But yeah, I think those are all like local vendors. Now they, as far as I know, take like US dollars
We didn't
and
try
or
and buy
credit cards.
anything.
We didn't.
I don't know.
And that was all I had for, actually, I think that's all I have now for facilities at the resort. So can you think of anything that I missed as to any facilities at the resort? Because up next we're going to talk about Xcaret Park.
No, I would say at the resort there is like a bridge system in the lobby, which can be a little confusing if you want to like go to one location. You'll learn it quickly, but if you're not on the right side, you can't like walk across the little river. So just kind of familiarize yourself with that pretty quickly, because otherwise you're going to be on the wrong side.
Yeah,
from what you try
it was
to get
like
to.
you had to be in the lobby, and then you're like, oops, you had to go outside, cross a bridge, and come back.
It was
in.
cool. I mean, you get your steps in.
Yeah, it's a very natural feeling, but
I love it.
So let's jump ahead to Xcaret Park, which of course is next door.
Correct.
Big nature park, big animal stuff. Super convenient. You can either ride the little boat over there. Now they have the boats. See, there's Xcaret Park, and then Occidental, and then over next to that is Hotel Xcaret. Now we saw the Hotel Xcaret boats go back and forth, but they've got the little boats that they can take you over there for Occidental. They were. It was like a gondola ride with him paddling. But there is a walking path along the river. It is not
super close.
long. It's not long at all. Like, I mean, what? I want to say like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Not even. And we were at the ticket gate to the place.
Really easy. Just go past the shop.
Yeah, we did the boat once, but just walk.
Make sure you're on the right side of the river, though.
That's true. The resort does offer a Xcaret, like a ticket package where you can add that on for your whole stay. Basically, it's what, like if you stayed 7 days, they would just be like, boop, 7-day package. You can go back and forth to Xcaret as much as you want.
I think it's $220 a person.
Oh, you know numbers. I didn't even know those numbers.
I believe it used to be $200. Now they bumped it up to $220 a person, and somebody said they may be going to $250 shortly.
Now, does that vary depending on how long you stay? Like, what if I stay for 60 days? Are they going to give it?
I think it's $220. I don't know.
Wow, check the website for pricing, just in case our numbers are weird. But they do have a ticket office right in the main lobby. Up on the second level, you can buy, I think in there you can go and get tickets to Xcaret. You can probably buy them to all the parks. Shenxi's and Shokakalambank, the one I can't pronounce because it's a mile long.
Zensi.
I like, yeah, It's hard to pronounce an X in Spanish. But we only wanted to do 2 park days. So for us, it made sense. We just booked directly on the website with Xcaret because the math worked out better. Because at the time I booked, they were doing a 25% discount if you used a MasterCard. There was like a 10 or 15% discount if you bought like 15 days ahead of time. They even had a 2-day bundle, so we bundled all of that stuff together. Yeah, I think it was $250 for us total to have 2-day passes.
That was really
so
good.
It worked out to like what, $62.50 per person per day, which was not bad.
Not bad at all.
And I like I said, I don't know what it would have worked out to doing the math through the resort. You know, if we're only doing 2 days anyway. And that was actually all I had to do. And unless you can say lots of good words about Xcaret. Favorite things that you did at Xcaret, because
the night show. Ooh, do not miss that. That is really cool. I've never seen anything quite like it. Sit up high, better views.
Yeah, better angles.
Definitely. The rivers, that is definitely something you should check out. And then just, I don't know, taking it all in, trying all the different trails that you can go on, doing all the little experiences, which we didn't have time to do, but a lot of them are free and, you know, part of your ticket price. So don't miss things like that. Yeah,
I wonder, somebody asked how many days do you think you would need to properly do Xcaret? And I would say 2 should do it.
2 to 3.
I felt like we did what we wanted to do.
Depends on how fast you go through it.
True.
Some of the things were still closed when we were there. Like the boat ride and the bat cave and a few things like that. The tower was closed. So maybe 3 days. Yeah.
Because we did what? We did 5 hours on our first day and then came back for the night show. And then we did about 4 hours on our second day. So we probably spent maybe 10 to 12 hours.
Yeah. We walked really fast though.
We do. We got long legs, y'all. The last thing that people always want to know is, how did we book Occidental Xcaret and how much did it cost and how does it compare to a cruise and all these kinds of questions. So I'm going to run through some math real quick. This is the boring part. If y'all want to skip ahead, no, I'm kidding. But we booked directly through the resort. We just, type in Occidental Xcaret. It's the Barcelo website. And we signed up for their program, which is free.
Do it.
Which is called My Barcelo. It has lots of perks. I didn't even take note of a lot of them, but I know it saves 5 or 10% off of your room rate, I believe, every time you go. You get a special check-in area. And
super fast.
It was way faster than the other one. And you get I believe when you sign up for that program, that's what gives you the free shared airport shuttle. I don't know if they give the free shuttle to everyone, but we got it.
We did.
You can also pay if you want to do a private airport shuttle, but ours ended up being private anyway, just because, well, 30% capacity. But yeah, you do get shuttled to and from Cancun Airport for free on shared whatever, with the program at least.
And it went out without a hitch. Like, they were perfectly timed.
It really was. Great. Now, we booked our stay, which we just went at like the end of September, beginning of October. We booked that in the middle of June. And everything was closed down. They were really wanting tourism, and we ended up getting our stay for $131 a night. You're normally not going to find it That's total. $131 per night for the both of us. You're not normally going to find it for less than about $200. So we got a really good deal. And that includes the 19% tax, but they do include that in the rate that you're looking at on the website, it seems like. I did some playing on the website today. You do have to pay an environmental fee, and that's charged in pesos. It works out to like $1 a day.
Yeah, it's super cheap. But, because they're trying to keep the environment nice.
Which is good. That's
for sure.
So our stay for 10 days, which was our original one we booked, was $1,317.60, and we paid $11.76 environmental tax. Now for a 10-day stay, all inclusive, that's total for both of us. That was crazy. When we did our royal upgrade, they gave it to us for $60 per person per night. So an extra $120 per night. We did 4 nights, so that was $480.
Still not bad.
No, and they say it normally ranges $75 to $125, but we got it for $60. Now they did give us a free upgrade because when we bought into Royal, we just bought a basic room.
The Deluxe.
And they bumped us up. Yeah, just the standard like luxury deluxe thing. They bumped us up to that suite at no additional cost.
That does not cost what we paid.
Yeah, I don't know, but we got a real good room for what we paid in. And I think it's just because the place was empty and they had the availability and we were really nice and they were really nice back to us.
Be really nice and see what you can get.
Yeah, just be nice. That's a rule for
We didn't even mention YouTubers, so it was nothing like that. It was just being sweet.
It was just being nice and patient because we stood up in there waiting to talk to them about Royal.
An hour.
Yeah, and they knew that we had been waiting, and I think they just wanted to be real nice to us. Now, when we had to extend for the storm, we bought 2 additional nights for the storm. They gave us the rack rate at that point. Somebody was like, oh, they didn't honor your 131, whatever it was. And I mean, I don't blame them for not wanting to honor $131. So they charged us, you know, basically the $200 rack rate. We ended up paying $443 for our additional 2 nights. They gave us the royal upgrade for free, so we did not have to pay the additional royal fee. And they let us stay in a different suite for free.
We were going to just go back to a monkey room and be fine with that.
Yeah, we were going to go back to building 18, but no, they basically said, pay the rate for building 18, you can stay in royal, and we will also give you a suite.
They treated us very nicely.
Yeah, and again, I think it was because we were nice and patient during the storm, and we just went along with whatever. So the grand total for our stay was no, that's not right. It's $2,252.36, and that was for 12 nights.
Still not bad.
All inclusive, all the food, drink, and everything. That works out to about $188 per night.
Really good.
Holy moly. Now, I did do the math, and if we had not booked in mid-June and gotten the deal that we did, if we had to pay the current rate, which was $198 a night when we were there, the math should have worked out to $1,200 for our room plus $100, whatever. It worked out to $3,120, which is still not bad.
For all inclusive,
for 12
that's not
days.
Terrible. I mean, honestly, for everything you get for it, the customer service that goes along with it, I would pay that. Yeah.
We did.
Well, we did.
Well, we didn't pay the $3,120. We saved almost $900 by booking that sucker that far ahead. A few other things that people have asked about is tipping at the resort. Tips are not built into this vacation. Like on a cruise ship, they say, here's the cost of the vacation. Oh, by the way, we're putting this on your bill because that's going to be gratuities.
Right.
Now, I think that's because obviously the cruise lines, they pay a lesser wage and the people rely more on the tips. I feel like they pay folks a little better.
Yeah, I got that feeling too, because when we offered, they seemed like kind of like, oh, you know, like they weren't expecting it, but that's, you know, the whole point of the tip is because you appreciate the service.
Right. So I just said that tipping at the resort works a lot like it does here at home. You know, if you go to a bar here at home, you're probably going to tip your bartender. You go out to eat in a restaurant, you're probably going to tip your, you know, your waiter, waitress. So bar staff, wait staff, housekeeping, all that kind of stuff. Shuttle drivers, you know, anybody who does you a solid, you can just tip them in cash. And I think they do prefer the U.S. dollars. Just, you don't have to worry about converting money. Just drop them some U.S. cash.
You can if you want.
Yeah, and I mean, the amount is obviously up to you. It's just whatever you think is fair, they appreciate it.
For sure.
Would we do standard or royal again?
Yes.
Yes, we would. No.
Well, I would do either.
True, but I just made notes of the advantages of royal level would be having an a la carte option for breakfast or lunch where you could sit down and eat. Free room service.
I really like the room service.
I didn't remember free Wi-Fi, but I'll throw that on the
Wi-Fi
list.
is included.
You get one private pool area with whirlpool that is only really for your use as well as the grand level. The arena bar and loungers above the beach area, which is, you know, timeshare guests can use that too. But you get access to everything on the property, including the timeshare pool.
Which is really nice.
That was real nice.
Yeah.
And the direct text communication with your concierge via WhatsApp. I enjoy
that. Actually helps.
Yes, not having to pick up the phone and be like, beep, beep, beep. You just text them on WhatsApp and they're like, cool, and they write back and forth to you. So the advantages of Royal are good, and we would definitely do both again, but you know us, we're perfectly happy in the standard level. So I love that monkey room. So it's up to you as to what experience you want out of your vacation.
The food is really good in Royal, I will say.
Yeah, I did like that. The last thing, which actually has nothing really to do with Occidental or Xcaret specifically, was the process that we did of going to Mexico and back. So we'll just briefly go over that.
Because we've never done it before.
Yes, our first time flying internationally. So when we flew to Mexico, on the plane, this was with Delta, I'm sure everybody does, but they give you an immigration form and a customs form to fill out. It's one immigration form per person, one customs form per household. You land in Mexico and you go through immigration first, right? That was the first thing we did. They take you in, they look at your passport, they stamp your little immigration card. Do not lose
it.
the card. You need that to get back out of the country.
Put it somewhere safe.
Yes. After that, you collect any checked bags that you may have and you walk through the customs zone. They sort of did random screenings. They didn't ask us any questions for customs. I think it's totally random.
No.
And that's it. Once you do that, you're home free. You just get out of the airport, find your shuttle and all that stuff. On the way home, At the airport in Cancun, they check your immigration card. Don't lose it. Remember we said that. And your passport. And they gave us a little QR code to scan with a health questionnaire.
Yeah, that's new for this.
That's 2020. So you may not have to do that forever. You had to complete that and show it to like the TSA agent. It's not called TSA, I'm sure. But at the thing, but when you showed your boarding pass, you had to show your health questionnaire that you just complete on your phone.
Yep.
We connected through Atlanta, so we had to go through immigrations there in the U.S., show our passports, just like you would getting off a cruise. They say, do you have any food? Did you touch any animals? Monkeys.
They did not ask that.
Collect your checked bags from the International Terminal Baggage Claim. So you do get your bag physically.
Which is something we've never done before.
Yeah, but
so don't book your flights too close together
true.
because it can probably take a while if it was super busy.
Yeah, and then, but as soon as we got through the secure area, there were like gate agents waiting there, and they took our bags right back from us. So we didn't have to take them very far.
No.
But then after that, we just carried on as normal. There weren't any extra forms to fill out or anything like that I recall. So.
But if you keep your snacks and you have water, you do have to go through security again when you land in Atlanta from Mexico, or probably any airport.
Yeah.
Don't have any like liquids on you because you'll have to throw them away.
Yeah, we still had our Delta bottles of water, and we had to surrender those before we went back through security.
She's like, you can drink it. We're like, no, it's fine.
Yeah, so we did have to do that. But that is all I have for this wrap-up video that's like 30 minutes long, y'all. But we had a lot to say.
Hopefully we answered any questions you guys have had.
So. If you have any more,
type them below.
Drop them below. But that's going to do it for this video. So hopefully you did enjoy. If you have not already, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Become a Paromaniac today. Socialize all our media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Yep. And until next time,
rock on.